Today, we are going to talk about why you need to play and why play is so important to keeping your creativity fueled and fired and keep it going and keep it growing. Because without your creativity, you ain't got nothing. And people always ask me, they're like, well, Lee, what really is creativity and why should I foster creativity? Or I'll have people come in the store and say, I'm not very creative. And it's like, yes, you are. It's just a matter of how you think about that definition of creativity, as we've talked about before on other videos. But utilizing play as part of creativity is massive. They've done some research that participants exposed to like a blue wall are much more creative and can problem solve better. Even better than being exposed to a blue wall is get out and look at that big old blue sky that we've got. So people like Einstein, Steve Jobs, all of these famous people that you know about have used walking meetings, or they would just go out and walk. Wayne Dyer talks about that. He'd get out and walk when he was researching and trying to figure things out. Einstein would have a problem. He would go for a walk and invariably solve it while he was on his walk, because it is well known that getting outside, one, is good for you. Being exposure to the sunlight and the UVs is good for you, and and don't go excessive on that because that's not good for your skin. But we need some daylight every day. And it's really sad that most of us don't get any more than 2 hours a day, when in reality, we're outdoor creatures. We need to be outdoors more than we are. So I encourage you to spend as much time as you can outside, especially on your days off. But when you're at work, get out and take a walk for an hour. My husband does that at lunch now. He actually has he's got his 1 hour lunch. He's got 2 15-minute breaks. He is outside unless the weather is just really awful. He is outside every day, those 3 times. For his 15-minute walk, he'll go walk around the block a couple of times, get back into his office. Lunchtime, he goes for an hour walk and walks all over town. I used to do that when I had a normal office job. And then I would eat my lunch either before or after I took my lunchtime, but I would get out of the office and I would walk for an entire hour. And I actually acquired that habit from my father, who also would do that. And I found that I solved problems, and I still utilize this. If I'm working at home, I can't do it so much when I'm here in the store, but when I'm at home working and I get stuck on, like, I'm doing some website building or I'm writing and it's like, oh, it's not working out, usually the dog comes in and pesters me for a walk. So we'll go for a half-hour walk and come back. And usually the answer has occurred to me while I'm out walking. Or other times, like I walk in the morning for an hour, which is, I call it my meditative time, but it's also sort of my creative time, because it becomes a time for my brain to just sort of think and ruminate on problems. Things will come and go. I'll think about something else and the brain sort of wanders, and then we come back. And I get all kinds of great ideas while I'm out walking and exercising. So I encourage you to get out and play. Go for a hike, get out into the woods, get into a park. It is so amazingly good for your brain and your overall health that it's like really underrated. It's free, it's cheap, it's easy. So go do it. And just remember to spend some time each workday getting outside and doing something. And take your kids, put the electronic devices away, leave them in the car, leave them at home, and just get out and play and observe. And if you have a chance, if you're into sketching or something, sketch at the same time. Or, take a stop, make a quick sketch, make a quick watercolor, something. And if you have kids, once again, get them involved. Other things to get involved being outside is like geocaching and letterboxing. A lot of those spots are outside, some of them in sort of some weird remote locations, but it's a good way to get the family involved in doing something that is not all associated with a tablet, with a phone. It requires some thinking, and there's like on the letterboxing, you stamp in the book when you get there, and you get the stamp that you found their book, their box. So get out and play, really and truly. That's whether it's bike riding, whether it's skiing because there's still snow on the ground, just walking the dog, just walking yourself, rollerblading, paddleboarding, whatever it is that excites you. Do it. Just get out. I can't overestimate that, or under whatever. It's just like, I'm going to encourage you as much as possible to get out and get some physical exercise, get some sunshine, and you will be surprised at how it benefits your creativity. So this is where we're trying to ignite your creativity, get you going. Please share with the links below, and if you're watching this in YouTube, share it. If you're seeing it on my blog post, please do share it with a friend. That would be fabulous. Click the bell in YouTube to receive notices that I've posted this. And if you want email notices, subscribe to my email list, lee@leekellogg.com, or on leekellogg.com. There'll be a way to sign up for the email. So there you are. Thank you so much. See you next week. Bye.